Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Tawheed, and on behalf of World Academy, I will be doing the orientation. And in the meantime, one of our trainer, Mr. Masood, sir, will be joining, and he will be talking about the course modulations and everything. I will be speaking about an introduction about World Academy and how the course will be run. So I just want to have another feedback if my audio is clear now.
Clear, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So we are World Academy for Research and Development, and we are a UK-based organization. And currently, we are operating in more than 60 countries. So to keep up with the quality of the education, we have ISO certification based on 17,024, 41,180, 21,001, and 30,414. So these are the certifications we have. And just to give you all about a glimpse idea what these certifications are, the 21,001 is the management system for educational organization. 17,024 is general requirements for bodies operating certifications of persons. 30,414 is HRM, guidelines for internal and external human capital reporting. And the last one is the 40,180, which is on information technology, and that's quality for learning, education, and training. These are a couple of our affiliations with different institutes globally. And as I've already said before, that we are operating in more than 60 countries, at 61, and the numbers are increasing. We are a member of the American Accreditation Association and an approved center by Cambridge Academy of Professionals UK, approved center by ProfQual UK and Board of HR Certification UK. We are a very proud provider, an approved proud provider of HRCI, SHRM, and ATD. These are US-based organizations, and among them, SHRM is one of the pioneers who set standards for HR practices globally. Therefore, a couple of our programs are also academically aligned with SHRM. We are an accredited institute by the International Professional Accreditation Council, Singapore, and a member of CPD Certification Service, UK. And currently, we are partnering with Singapore Training and Development Association, Institute of KPI Specialist, and Academy of Business English and Communication. So these are a couple of our recognitions and affiliations with different institutes. Now, the reason you all are here is because of the postgraduate diploma in logistics and supply chain management. And this program is validated and quality assured by ProfQual UK. So World Academy would be helping you or assisting you regarding the live sessions and regarding any assistance, and upon successful completion, you will be receiving certificates from ProfQual UK. Well, what you're seeing on the screen is the digital badge that will be provided upon your successful completion. And this digital badge will be provided to you through credly.com. It's probably #1 platform for providing verified digital badges. And it's a concern of Pearson. I'm sure many of us know about Pearson's. So therefore, the authentication is very good. And companies like IBM is also using credly.com's platform to provide their own digital badges. And therefore, World Academy also has an arrangement with credly.com. Therefore, that's how actually we will be providing you the badges. So on the screen, what you're seeing is the sample certificate and transcript. So you can see on the left side is the certificate that you will be receiving, your name, the the course name, and also the certificate number will be visible. If you think of publishing it on social media, always remember to cross out or blur out the certificate number and then publish it in your social media. The good part is you can also verify these certificates on World Academy website as well as in ProfQual website as well. On the right side of the screen, what you're seeing is the transcript that you will get for this particular program, and the details are all there. So moving on to the next part is the success stories that we have at the moment. So so far we have completed about 9 batches, and this is the 10th batch you have enrolled into. About 340 plus professionals has completed this program, so we are very proud about it. And about it's all across from 35 plus countries. These are a few of our previous participants, and they come from different backgrounds, different countries. It was a very interesting batch because there's a mixed culture and a mixed platform for sharing knowledges as well. So there are a few high-profile people who are doing these courses as well. And so talking about the program, well, in total, there are about 48 practical focused modules that you will be completing in the duration of 9 months. The classes will be on Zoom. Of course, these are live sessions. You'll have the trainer present, and you will be having a very interactive class. We always encourage participants to ask questions. Of course, you will have the time at the end of the session to ask questions as well. The classes will be in weekends and evening time. It's 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. I believe that's in GMT. It's 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. The exams that will be held is all online. So you'll be provided a link, the exam link, and once clicking upon the link, it will take you to the exam portal. And we will schedule the exam before it's set. There will be video tutorials, but not class recordings. Remember, no class recordings will be provided. The books and the materials are for free. That means you can download the books, the reference books, and the materials that you will find on your learning management system. You can download it to your device and use it for future use. And you also have the opportunity to interact with us through the learning management system, and also chat with us on web chat, or you have the platform to communicate on the WhatsApp group. I believe those who have enrolled in this program already are added to a WhatsApp group. So that group will have all the update information regarding the program, regarding any updates, so on and so forth. Those of you who haven't enrolled yet, you will be added to the group when you have finished your enrollment process as well. Looking at the course administration and how the classes are managed. So as I've said before, the total 48 modules will be covered. Each module has one class that will be 1.5 hours. So module wise, if we calculate, you're going to study, you're going to have class hours of 72. And there will be 2 classes per week. So that's about 3 hours. And it will be a back-to-back session. So therefore, you have to keep in mind that you are available for 3 hours every week. Exam days, we have set the exam days on Saturdays. So I hope it will be convenient for everyone as well. And the exam time will be scheduled from 9:30 to 10:30 p.m., which is about 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. GMT. So I've already talked about this part. Just a moment. So the class conduction guidelines. So over here, it's written like every module will have one group work. You'll have class activities or discussions or short question answer during the class. You will be in groups, or participants need to solve their problems based on questions. You'll have question answers, a task to do in every class. There will be about 10 marks for the questionnaires, and this will be treated to increase your final grade. So basically what happens is the marks or the activity that you will be doing in the classes, this will help you to add about 10 possible marks in your final grade. If there's any shortfall in any of the exam, we can add these 10 marks, balance it out, and help you pass in that examination. So how would be the final exam? Well, the exams will be based on units. So there are in total 12 units. Therefore, 12 exams will be held. And the structure of each exam is based on two parts. The first part is the MCQ, which will hold about 40. And there will be about 20 questions, 20 MCQ questions. And the other part of the exam will be an essay type question. There will be 2 written questions to write and about 60 marks. So that's each written question is 30 marks. So this is the structure of the final exam. After you have completed all your 12 exams, you will have the capstone project available on your learning management system. And this capstone project will be covering your unit 1 to unit 12. So we will have a review and question answer session based on the units. For example, even though this program is a long program for about 9 months, so you might require a review for the units. So there will be a review session where you can ask your questions, or you can clarify any doubts you have regarding a particular topic. You'll have that opportunity as well. You have the final assignment to submit. Again, class recording won't be shared. It's only recorded for administrative purposes only. Opportunity to attend makeup exam is at free of cost. That means if you don't do well in your first exam or your first attempt, you can always sit for a makeup exam. And there will be no charge for the makeup exam. And we will definitely schedule the makeup exam accordingly, similar to the schedule of the regular exam. And of course, the class materials will be shared within a day or two. That means if you have a class today, we will be sharing the class materials within 24 hours maximum. Any course updates or exam updates or assignments updates will be shared in the WhatsApp group. So you need to be a bit active in the WhatsApp group. Try to avoid any redundant conversation. So the group is clean for only course purposes only. If you have any issues regarding anything, you can definitely message us individually. That will be more convenient. Sometimes classes may be canceled or postponed. There are many reasons to happen because there may be emergencies or any climate issues. So the class can be postponed, and we will be announcing the postponed date as well, like when it will be held again. And for this reason, sometimes the sequence of the classes cannot be maintained. So for example, if you do 21 and 22 module today, and the next module is 23 and 24, if for some reason the trainer is not available, we might skip 23 and 24 and do 25 and 26. So this is how basically the sequence is disrupted, but we try our best not to go into a random classes. We try to maintain the sequence as much as possible.
As much as possible.
All materials will be shared through learning management systems. So please do not ask the materials to be shared in WhatsApp group or email. The access to the learning management system has been given to you. So you need to follow the LMS manual and try to find how to download the course materials for study. Remember, every class or every session that we have, the attendance will be in record. So remember to rename yourself and log into the learning management system. So I believe most of us over here has renamed. So you need to do the same thing for every class as well. Otherwise, we won't be able to know if you have attended the session. So please keep that in mind. So yes, I've already talked about this, that you can sit for a makeup exam, which is for free. Now, you might have a question that what if I don't do well in the makeup exam? You can always have the opportunity to go for a second makeup exam. But remember, there's a small fee that you need to pay for the second makeup exam. As you understand, it's a lot of administration work when we set up a makeup exam as well for you, especially. So, so we always encourage participants to pass on the first try, which is the regular attempt. So you don't have to go for the makeup exam and everything. Now, regarding the successful completion of the program, that means all of your assessment areas are complete. You have submitted your assignments, you have attended all your exams, and the combined grade has been published on your learning management system. That day, we will consider it as a successful completion. Now, what you will get upon your successful completion? The first thing that you will get is the electronic certificate that will be provided to you within a week or two. And it will be sent to you through email. So maybe the first time we sent you an email, it might go to the spam or junk folder. Do check it. We will be notifying in the group, in the WhatsApp group, when the certificate has been sent. If you don't find it, do look it in the spam or junk folder. You'll find it over there. Then again, if you don't find it in your spam or junk folder, please do let us know. We will look into the matter and make sure that the electronic certificate reaches to you. Along with the electronic certificate, you will get a digital badge, which I've already shown you how it looks. And this badge will be given to you within 10 working days approximately, as this badge is provided through another platform, which is credly.com. So it takes a bit time to reach you, but it will definitely reach you if your email address is correct and active. And finally, what you will get is the printed certificates. World Academy usually distributes certificates 3 times a year. So upon the successful completion of this batch, whichever slot is nearest, we will be sending you the certificate through that slot. but there's nothing to worry about, and you don't have to think that if there is any difference between the electronic certificate or printed certificate. I would say there is no difference. Everything would be same. It's just the difference between a digital and a printed version. And now let's look into the scoring framework. So as you can see on the screen, that the final exam, which is essay type plus MCQ, is 100 marks. So that is each exam is 100 mark. You'll have 20 MCQ and 2 essay type question, which I've already discussed before. For every exam, you'll get 60 minutes. And the next part is the capstone project. Of course, it will be provided to you when all the exams are completed. So it holds about 300 marks, and about 4 weeks will be provided to you to complete the capstone project and submit it on the learning management system. Remember, the passing mark for each assignment is 50, so you need to keep that in mind. I think it should be the passing mark for the exam. Every exam, you need to have minimum 50 to pass. If you don't secure 50 marks in every exam, then you need to sit for the makeup exam. This is the grading system. Less than 50 is an F, above 50 is a C, and the grade goes up to B minus, BB, P plus. 80 and above is an A plus. So if I kind of review everything with the learning method that you'll experience in this live session of postgraduate diploma, that you'll be having live classes. There will be assignments, of course, learning-based assignments. There are cases. There will be exams, which is quiz and test over here. There will be in-session exercise and activities to make the learning more fruitful. And of course, you'll have the project work at the end of the program. I would like to just hold on a minute. So it's a very good opportunity for us because we have a couple of our previous participants in this group at the moment. I believe Dr. Shishak Ghosh, we know you very well. Joseph Travis, Rahel Maya, and Rebel Parvez. So I would like to ask Mr. Shishak Ghosh to say something about the program that you have done with us and how was the experience?
Hi, good evening. Welcome to this program. I'm Dr. Shishak Ghosh. I'm from India. I have joined this course last year, and I've just completed this in this March of February. Can everyone hear you?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
From my end, you're loud and clear.
Thank you. Well, this is a very informative course. We are all professionals here. So in our professional day-to-day life, we everyday needs logistics and supply chain, because in every corner of our office, supply chain is involved. And the way World Academy treats this course is very lucid, in the sense that I am very new to this, the terms, terminologies, the protocols, policies of supply chain management. So obviously, being absolutely naive in this field, it's quite embellishing. The whole project was quite embellishing for me. So I was at the very beginning, I was very apprehensive that whether I would be able to understand the course or not, but the way the trainers put you through the entire course, I don't think anyone will have any issues because one is the fluency of the materials that are involved in this course. Secondly, is the lucidity of the lectures. Third, and more importantly, is about the approachability you have with the trainers, along with the World Academy administrators. So whoever is a course coordinator and the trainers, we always used to get a chance to directly coordinate with them. Whenever I always used to have doubts, which I used to put through. If Masood sir is there, so he's also a very nice human being. And besides that, the World Academy, Mr. Rupak and others used to be there. So I always used to put my doubts to them, and who used to come back to us within 24 working hours. So we never used to face any issues in that regard. So I believe those who are not from the supply chain field will also not face any difficulties in learning this program. Yes, sometimes you feel it's a bit lengthy program, but then you just put down the pen and paper for some time, rest a while, and then think that grueling a new thing and hammering it again and again basically inculcates the habit and the thing in us. So it's basically needed because many a times I used to feel that, oh, I have done this terminologies, suppose in module 10 or module 15, though why the same terminologies are getting repeated again in module 20. But then at the end of the day, I understood that being new to this world of supply chain, logistics and supply chain, basically you need these things to be grilled inside you so that you don't remember and the basic concept, you can imbibe the basic concept of the training. So in a nutshell, it's a great program. I don't think you will face any issues because of the help we get from World Academy and from the trainers. I've already done two courses, and this is the third year I've enrolled for another course, which is of leadership and people management. And I'm very happy with the way the trainers and the administrators of World Academy deal with us. So great learning. Wisdom always is ready to be shared with everyone. So I wish you all the best to the newcomers here. And thank you, World Academy, for giving us this opportunity to enrich ourselves with the new knowledge, which is always evolving worldwide. Thank you all, and all the best to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Thank you.
We appreciate it, sir. I would like to ask Joseph Travis. Sir, could you please say something and share some ideas of how the course is?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Greetings to all students. I am Joseph Travis from Sierra Leone. For me, it's a privilege to be part of this greater institution, World Academy. The institution was introduced to me by my aunt that also have achieved one of the certificates in HR. So I told her that I want to empower myself, but I don't want to do any course in Sierra Leone for now. I mean, I want a place where they can teach me about procurement and supply chain. So she told me that, okay, I've done a program with one of the institutions, though they are not in Sierra Leone in person, but it's an online. Will you appreciate that? I said, yes, sure. So she gave me the contact. I started contacting the administration, Mr. Tanzi, Ms. Muzwati. I started contacting many of the staff of the institution. And fortunately for me, I got enrolled and I've achieved or I've finished one of the program, certified procurement practitioner, which was for 4 months. I'm currently enrolled for the PGDLSCM, postgraduate diploma in logistics supply chain management. on exam now on the finalization stage. I just want to encourage the new intake that Reward Academy, one of the things that I really enjoy in learning with Reward Academy, I am currently the procurement and the logistics coordinator in one of our national NGO. And all what I am doing in the office is what they are teaching me. To be very honest, I'm really impressed. They are really capacitating me. And I'm not going to stop there. The PGD is not going to be my limit. I will continue to learn with World Academy. Just after the PGD, I'm going for the master's program. And I've also done a research about the institution that is affiliated with, which is the EIU, European International University, which World Academy is strongly affiliated with. You know, I really impressed of the learning I'm gaining from World Academy. So I want to encourage all our new intakes, all the new students that are going to be part of this great institution. Let's have an open mind, open heart to learn more. We have their well-qualified tutors that have taken us lectures. And like yesterday, we spoke about logistics management, which opened my eyes. There are things that I've been doing in the office, but I try to figure out how it works. You know, talking about transportation management, talking about the component that comprises of logistics, transport, warehousing, distribution, and how can this one be linked to the supply chain management. So I learned a lot. I can't talk about procurement itself, contract management, negotiation. You know, I just want to encourage all the new intakes that World Academy is one of the best institutions. It's one of the places where you can acquire knowledge. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, World Academy, and I'll continue to spell out the good news to those that want to empower themselves, those that want to incapacitate themselves. Like I've been doing it on my Facebook, on my WhatsApp. I've shared the good news to friends that want to tap into this opportunity. You know, that I came in contact with one of my friends and I shared to him that if he wants to empower himself, he can also be part of the institution, and he's willing to be part of the institution. I share with him one of the flyers in certified internal auditor. You know, he embraced it. So I just want to encourage each and every one to maintain the procedure. Let's be on time for our classes. Let's ensure that our gadgets are charged. We have all what it takes to learn more. Thank you so much. I'm really impressed. Let's continue to empower ourselves, because the day you stop learning, definitely you will stop. So it will just affect your capacity, because these days in the job market, employers are looking out for people that are competent, people that can sell out their institution, people that can stand and perform best. They are looking out for staff that can perform well. And if you want to be one of the staff in your institution that you want to perform well in your responsibility, World Academy is the place where you can capacitate yourself. Thank you so much. I'm happy and I'm impressed to be part of this great institution. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the nice feedback. So let's get to Rahel. Mia, could you please say something a little bit about the experience you had with the course in the previous batch?
Hello everyone, I'm Rahel from Bracknet Limited in Bangladesh. World Academy is a very easier making to trainer. Each topic is subject easily presented. So fresher and the experience, job experiences candidate is easily to capture of this lecture. So so they appreciate for this session and program running in Bangladesh. So I am happy to the program and learning session from this World Academy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rahil, for the sweet talk. I would like to ask Mr. Rebel Parvez to speak a little bit about it. I would like to give the floor to our honorable trainer, Mr. Masood sir, who is going to carry out discussion with the units that we'll be covering in this duration. So, Masood sir, please take on the platform. It's all yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. Good day, everybody. I believe I'm audible and visible. And good to see you guys. Rahel Mia is there. Shisha
Yes,
Ghosh
sir.
is there. Joseph is there. So good to see the old guys as well. We had a good time. Seriously, we had a fantastic time together. Excellent. So before we go for the course content, I will go for a quick understanding of the supply chain. I will try to give a brief because a lot of people are here. What I really do. So let me share my presentation in between so that we can have a quick chit chat, right? Okay. Yes, no. Are you guys with me? I'm visible, audible, and understandable, right? Wrong. Just give me a quick note.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Good, great, excellent. So I will start with thank you very much. So I will start with a quick understanding of supply chain management that we will be learning throughout the course, what really we are looking for, what supply chain is, because a lot of people here are from the supply chain background, a lot of people who are not from the supply chain background. What really supply chain is, what is basically it is. Some of the people, as Mr. Shisha Ghosh said, that is afraid of what it is. Really, is it understandable? Is it like is it my cup of tea or it's not mine? So this is what I would like to break on in the first day so that you have a quick understanding what supply chain is, how it can help you out, and your how professional careers are built from supply chain management. So let me take you through the journey very quickly, right? So in the very beginning, I will give you a total understanding of supply chain management in a very nutshell, right? So if you see in the picture, I've just projected a picture. This is basically one of the course content we learn in the very beginning, but I have just taken it as a quick discussion point, right? So I understand that you can see something, yes or no? You see some of the pictorial representation, yes, no? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what
Yes,
you see?
sir.
Yeah, good. Can anyone tell me? Just be very, yes, afraid. Tell me what you see. What really we see here? Just grab the mic and tell me. What do we see here in the picture? Yes?
A shop for clothing.
Right. Very good. Very good. It's a shop of clothing shop, right? Any other views? It's a clothing shop, right? Okay, let me take it. Yeah. Tell me. Yes, it's good that you're speaking. Tell me. Yes.
This is a clothing shop, and a lot of customers come to buy the clothes.
Yep.
And here is also a process. Some customers come to the products and choose, then go to the counter, and it's actually the process. Actually, here you see clothing shop process like that.
Excellent observation. Excellent observation. Really, it is. It is basically a chain shop that we can say, chain clothing shop or store, we can say. And there are sales and buy is going on here. So with this, we will try to understand supply chain in a very quick manner. So how supply chain works in the real life. Let's see. Here we can see one person is coming to the counter to buy one of the t-shirt, right? If you can follow the cursor that I'm moving on, here one person is coming to the counter and take the t-shirt to the counter for buying this one. So what really happens? The shopkeeper, this is the shopkeeper, check the stock and pack it in a shopping bag. That means they don't just take this one and sell it directly. Rather than they take a fresh copy from the stock and then they pack it and deliver to the customer, right? What really happens? Here ends the supply chain. So we can see the ending point of the supply chain. By generally, this is the end point of supply chain. So if it is the end point of supply chain, where does the supply chain starts? Supply chain starts far from, this is a Middle East country, we can see, far from Middle East country, Bangladesh, our country, receives an order. Bangladesh is the second largest garments manufacturer in the world. So I'm taking the case of Bangladesh, right? Far from Middle East, Bangladesh received an order from Middle East, and they received an order for delivering, suppose, 100,000 of t-shirts of 3 colors and 4 sizes. So the demand and supply planning started at their factory. The factory who received the order, the demand and supply planning started there, and the supply execution start at that point. So we can see here is the end point, and here's the starting point. So the point of, this is the point of origin, and this is the point of consumption. So what really happened? The factory made the product. Then what they do? Then they transfer this to the shore, to the seashore. From the seashore to a shipping, through a shipping carrier, it goes to the port of the Dubai. Then it goes there, and someone take it, and it has been delivered to the central warehouse of this company. And from the central warehouse, it has been distributed to all the stores or chain shops toward the Dubai or Middle East, or it can be UAE, right? So if it is the point of origin where it starts, and if it is the point of consumptions where it ends, then we can easily say supply chain basically linking this point of origin and point of consumption, right or wrong? Yes, no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Say that, right? We can say that supply chain is basically what they're doing. They are basically making a what I will say, relation between point of origin and point of consumption. That means it starts from point of origin to a point of consumption. So there is an upstream supply chain, there's a downstream supply chain. Upstream supply chain is talking about the suppliers to suppliers, and downstream supply chain is talking about to customers to the consumer. That means we are making products and services available from the point of origin to the point of consumption. So this is how we are ending our supply chain. So this is how our supply chain works. It works for anything and everything that goes on throughout the business scenario, right? It can be goods, it can be services, it can be anything, right? So if you go for quickly supply chain management evolution, what really happened, how supply chain came into the came as a discipline, how supply chain evolved as a discipline. Supply chain is a very new function, but it was not been existing there quite for a long time. It's such a new function that even HR is a old function than supply chain. So in 1961, the ideas, the thing that you are seeing is taken from the MIT. So MIT, that means Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they have already figure out the journey of supply chain from the beginning to till date. So in 1960, or in the year of 1961, there is the idea first came in by J. Foster, one of the university professor who first identified the supply chain activity within organizations or within the operations. He could find that interactions between flow of information, material, manpower, and equipment are having a chain relations in between. So he could have identified the supply chain activity in the very beginning of 1961. And after that, in 1980s, we'll take a 1-minute break for this azan going on, which is a prayer call in our Muslim society. Just taking a 1-minute pause, right? Okay, then we'll start again. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then we start from where we dropped. So we were talking about the journey of supply chain from 1960s to 2000 and till date. So 1960s, we have seen that J. Foster, the university professor of MIT, he understands the supply chain activity that has been going on within the operations from the flow of information, material, manpower, and equipment. And after that, in 1980s or in the early 80s, that means in 1981, the supply chain name first appeared in one of the interview by Keith Oliver, who is basically a logistician, and he in one of his interview in Financial Times magazine, he first uttered the name of supply chain, and he expressed about the supply chain. In late 1980s, which is in 1988, P&G, we know that Procter & Gamble, P&G and Walmart starts doing the continuous replenishment program. That means in the end of supply chain, that means in the downstream supply chain, they start doing the replenishment. That means refilling the stores. Refilling the stores means all the stores managed by these P&G and Walmart, their own stores, and the outsource and the third-party stores, they used to refill those things, replenish those things in a regular manner, so that their product is not been exhausted or out of stock, so that someone walk into the stores and they do not find their product and they buy some competitors' product. So they don't let this happen. That's why they started doing the replenishment program, which basically initiated the supply chain activity in generally, right? In 1990s or early 90s, the definitions in academics started taking on the supply chain definitions. It was done by MIT, the University of Stanford, and elsewhere. It started just like that. And in late 1990s, that means in 1997, the adoption started widespread, the supply chain adoption. And for making this happen, there was a consortium that took place. That means a consulting firm named PRTM, along with AMR, which is a research organization, along with 50 manufacturing organizations. They developed a supply chain council, and under this supply chain council, they developed a score model. This score model is nowadays been taken as one of the standard process of supply chain. So this is how the supply chain evolved, right? So just for an understanding of what score model is and why we are saying this the standard model. The score model is basically, if we talk about this is our organizations, then we do have a plan, and at the same time we have our sourcing or procurement activity, and against that we do our manufacturing or make activity, and then we deliver to our customers or we do the distribution activity. And if there is any faulty products being distributed towards our customer, we take return. At the same time, while we are sourcing or we are procuring, if we find any faulty products or anything like that, we return to our suppliers as well. So we have our customers who also do have their plan. They also do the sourcing or procurement activity and manufacturing as well as distribution, and they take return from their customers. Also, they return to us if we deliver anything faulty. And after that, this was been delivered to the end customer or the consumer. They do not do any other things other than buying the products or returning if there is any return requirements happen. At the same time, we do have our suppliers who do have also their planning, sourcing, making delivery activity and returning activity as well. They are taking from their original suppliers or the main suppliers or the point of origin, where these people do not have a lot of activity. They deliver and they return the product. So this is how the entire supply chain from point of origin and point of consumptions are really tagging in, right? So just for a quick note, why this score model is found to be so very important, because it is having some performance metrics. Performance metrics like reliability, responsiveness, agility, cost, and asset. So the reliability is basically a consumer-focused attribute. Responsibility is also a customer-focused attribute. Agility also a customer-focused attribute. That means we are taking this performance score or metrics to serve our customer in a better manner. But the cost is basically an internal focus attribute, and asset is also an internal focus attribute. That means we are trying to make ourselves efficient by these two metrics, right? So just let me give you a quick understanding of supply chain functional models that means going on. Supply chain have different functional model, like Coca-Cola plant, how they work. They have tier 2 supplier, that means supplier. They are delivering the cherry flavor, vanilla flavor, lemon flavor. They are delivering this to their first tier supplier, who are basically the plant or bottling plant. and they have also water suppliers. They do have their glass and aluminum container suppliers. So they are basically give it to, they are delivering this to the bottling plant. Then they are this bottling plant are manufacturing or bottling the Coca-Cola, and then they are delivering this to the warehouse, and from warehouse it is going for distribution by two way. One is the retailer, another one is the vending machine. So this is how it is ending, and from this retailer and vending machine, this is going to the tier 2 customer or to the consumer. So we have our tier 1 supplier, tier 2 supplier, and we have our tier 1 consumer to tier 2 consumer. This is how the model of Coca-Cola works. You see the quickly, if we see the Walmart, how Walmart works, Walmart do not produce anything. They have contracted manufacturers throughout the globe. From this manufacturer, they take their product. They have their large distribution hubs where they take it, they barcode and RFID, they make these products, they group these products and ungroup these products, then they deliver to their retail stores, designated retail stores from where it has been sold. If we see the iPhone supply chain is very interesting. California, USA, the corporate organizations of iPhone, they do only the research and marketing activities and nothing else. And the iPhone's entire supply chain is managed by one of the third party named Foxconn, which is a Taiwanese company having their first plant in China and recently a new plant in India. They are assembling the entire product from taking components from 33 countries of the world, and they are assembling the entire iPhone for all the countries' needs, and they distribute as per the marketing program. So this is how the model of supply chain varies organizations basis as the modality is, right? So just for an understanding how the career supply chain can boost, we can see some global CEOs are coming from supply chain background. If you look at Tim Cook, who is Tim Cook? He's the CEO of Apple, and he had a supply chain background. He's coming from a supply chain. Previous being to the CEO of Apple, he used to be the he was a guy from IBM as well, but he had a long career of supply chain and he excuse me, and he contributed variably in the development of supply chain in Apple. At the same time, we have here Mary Barra, which is who is basically the chairman and CEO of General Motors, and she do have a supply chain background, and she also contributed a lot in the supply chain of General Motors. At the same time, if we see Doug McMillan, he's basically the CEO of Walmart, and he do have a supply chain background, and he's basically a supply chain guy, and he also had developed supply chain what else in Walmart, because Walmart basically is supply chain organizations, you can say. Brian Krasanik is also from supply chain background. He's the CEO of in Intel Corporation, and he do have a supply chain background, and at the same time he works and he contributed a lot in the development of supply chain of what I will say Intel Corporation. Excuse me. Alan Mulally, he's another CEO of Ford Motor Company, and he's from supply chain background as well. If we see David Taylor, he's from supply chain background. He's the CEO of Procter & Gamble, and another CEO of former CEO of P&G is basically Ajay Lefty. He's also a supply chain guy, and Mark Parker. He's also a supply chain guy, and he's the CEO of Nike, and Nike had developed serious supply chain platform in their operations, and he contributed in this development a lot, right? So that's how we can define that supply chain is found to be variably working, and this is one of the profession where a lot of challenges is there and a lot of opportunities are there. So if we go for quickly, what are the topic we'll be covering? I will be trying to share you with the slides. Just a minute. Let me see whether the slide is open here so that I can. Yes. I would like to take a yes here. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me see whether the slide is with me. So I just want to. Can you help me? Yeah, okay, fine. Meanwhile, just give me a quick note. So I believe I could have give you a quick glimpse of the supply chain. What do you think about this? Yes, you got it. Is it understandable? Whether I gone very fast, it was clear, not clear. What? Guys, I'm talking to you. What about
Yep, it's understandable. I think it's okay.
Okay, great. Excellent. Thank you for your feedback. So what I'm trying to do, I just want to show you the course content we will be going through. So before we do that, let me try to figure out where I have kept it because it was been okay, fine. I found it. Fine, excellent. So yes, let me take you to the course content that we will be going through. Fine. Here it is. We'll be taking a very short time. We are almost done. So our course contents will be M1, which is the concept of supply chain management. We will be talking about the inter-supply chain management concepts that we have already given you a glimpse. Then we have our supply chain dynamics, where we will be talking about how supply chain works in the real field, real life, and how various organizations are working with supply chain. Then we will talk about the value chain and competitive advantage. Essentials of manufacturing and operations. That means manufacturing and operations understanding will be discussed here. Excuse me. Then we will talk about the principles of forecasting, because the planning, supply chain is starting with the planning phase, and in the very starting phase of planning, we do have our forecasting, because everything starts with what? Our market focus. That means how much we want to sell. If we want to sell this quantity, then we need to have a focus, and on back to back, we have to plan the demand planning and supply planning. So basics of forecasting methods, customer segmentations, master scheduling. Then we will have our introduction to procurement management, requisition and purchase order management. Then we will talk about negotiation of procurement, contract management. Then we will have our introduction to strategic sourcing, application of strategic sourcing for cost-effective supply chain management, procurement profile management, portfolio management, spend analysis and category management, the purpose of inventory in value chain, classifications of inventory, procedure for eliminating obsolete inventory, record management in inventory. Then we will be discussing introduction to warehouse management, warehouse process, warehouse layout and material handling, warehouse operation, introduction to transport management, transport operations, overview of distribution management, global logistics, and information system and functionality, introduction to enterprise resource planning, ERP or material requirement planning, overview of procure to pay structure, logistic customer service, introduction to supplier and performance management, supplier performance framework, supplier performance evaluation and analysis, introduction to supplier development, fundamental of risk management in supply chain, introduction to anti-corruptions, overview of fraud in supply chain management, risk management in supply chain, introduction to logistics, types of logistics, third-party, fourth-party logistics, types of logistic management and its element, modern concepts of logistics. Global logistics and its importance in international trade, export-import practice, process and impact in economy, global inbound and outbound supply chain management, global supply chain characteristics. So that's all we have as a course, and it is a very comprehensive one. It is talking about supply chain. It is talking about deeply about the inventory management. It is separately taking the stakes of logistic management as well as the import export management and so on. And we do have a multiple pool of trainers. I myself, Abdullah Masood is there. There is a someone from Sri Lanka, Mr. Rauna Kumar. There is a Morgan Narayan. He's from Malaysia. So we do have a what I will say. There's one person from India as well. We too are from Bangladesh. So there's a mixed fleet of trainers who will be guiding you throughout the course. So yes, that's all from my part, and we can end. Before I end, I would like to hand it over to our ward organizations and let them take it from here, and then we can close it. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir. I request everyone to, if you have any questions, please ask, and if you're not, then we can conclude here for today.
Hi, this is Ali.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
May I kindly request you to give us the class schedule at a glance so that we can prepare ourselves?
Yes, sir. We'll share the class schedule very soon. After the 1 and 2 session, we'll share the full class schedule of this course.
Is it gonna be conducted on weekly basis or
Yes, sir, weekly basis.
Once in a week? Because I have another, engagement regarding certification, from ISCA as well. So simultaneously, I'm doing, both part actually.
Yes, I understood, sir. We have every week 2 sessions, as Mr. Tauhid conducted already. Every Saturday, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. Bangladesh time and 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. GMT. You have the classes.
Every Thursday?
Every Saturday, sir.
Saturday. Okay, that's
yes,
great.
sir.
That's great. Okay, thank you.
Welcome,
you,
sir. Any other question, please?
Well, you said the classes are twice a week, right? I don't know what is the other day apart from the one for Saturday.
Sir, we have only class in Saturday. There is no other class in middle of the week, actually.
So it means it is once a week.
Yes, sir, once a week.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone, I have another announcement. Our scheduled classes start from 6th of July 2024. We'll share the updated flyer. If you feel this session is worthy for you, please share the flyer in your social media. So it will help World Academy. Rabbi sir, you have any questions, sir?
Are you referring any books?
Yes, sir. We have some reference books. We'll share during the session, inshallah.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, sir. So, is there any questions, or we can conclude here for today?
No questions from my side.
Okay.
From my side as well, we may conclude.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Masood sir, for your wonderful session and giving us this your valuable time. So we can conclude here for today. Good night, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you, everyone.